What is happening, mediocre people of YouTube? Detroit Wrecker out here playing in the dark, and the steam from the water and exhaust. Running the boat up to operating temperature. Had an issue with the battery over the summer, and I'm going to explain to you guys the difference between a traditional battery and a maintenance-free battery. Well, we're going to get to that in just a second. Let this sucker warm up to operating temperature. Alright, so we're just going to let her idle down here. I know I'm playing in the dark here, and it's a shitty video, but hey, some of us like making shitty videos. So I'm going to show you guys this battery here. This here is a traditional battery. All the batteries that you guys are using, for the most part, are maintenance-free batteries. Everything that's in your cars, everything else. In fact, unless you're dealing with marine stuff, you almost have to go out of your way to find a traditional battery. So what is the difference? Well, over the summer, people that were taking the boat out and whatnot kept telling me the battery's dead, and I said, well, it's not a maintenance-free battery, so it probably needs a charge, because the boat had been sitting. I barely got to even use the boat this summer, unfortunately. So I'm kind of thinking of going for a ride before I winterize it. But anyway, they were telling me, you know, the battery's dead, and then they charged it, and then it was okay. And then the last time, they told me they couldn't even get a charge on it, had to jump it. So I kept saying, you know, it's not, you got to check it because it's not maintenance free. And I think a lot of people don't know what that means, you know, between a traditional battery and a maintenance free battery. So I'm just going to give you the basics here. Your traditional battery is your battery in your cars and everything are 9.9 times out of 10 maintenance free batteries. This battery is not a maintenance free battery. It's a traditional deep cell marine battery. Meaning what? You have to maintain it, especially if it's sitting for a long time. They recommend you put a slow 2 amp charge on it, and you also have to check the water levels. You can see these screws here on top. You have to pop those off every so often and check the levels. And if the level, like if you look down in there and you can't see anything, you need to add water, and not just, you need to add distilled water only. I'm going to say that one more time. When adding water to your batteries, you're going to want to add only distilled water. So what you'll do, and what I found when I got the battery back here, was that I couldn't see anything in the, when I uncap these screws here. You guys probably, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Let's see, these screws here, when I uncapped them, I couldn't see any liquid. So I topped them off with distilled water and put a charge on it. Took 24 hours, and then I went even past that to really get a charge on it with a 2 amp charge, slow charge. And the battery, when I got the full charge, it was at 13.6 volts or something like that. And then I let it sit for 2 days doing nothing, and it still had a charge of 12.95 volts. Now right now, I've got the engine running, so this is a good way to check your alternator. You guys can see that I'm at 14. I mean, this is a Harbor Freight meter, so you're looking at about 14.3 volts. Okay, so we know the alternator is working, and from here on out, we should be in good shape. But that is kind of the point of this video, just to kind of go over the difference between a maintenance-free and a non-maintenance-free battery. You're not going to see these traditional batteries very often. The reason I got this is because we needed a battery for the boat, and I wanted to get a good battery. So I started researching, you know, what you should do for a marine battery, and basically everything kept pointing me to a traditional lead-acid cell battery. They say they last a lot longer, and they hold a charge. They hold a solid charge. So that's what I got. I got a traditional deep cell marine battery, and like I said, the difference is you have to check the water levels in it every so often, And if you can't see anything in there, the water levels are low, they look low, you're going to add distilled water to each cell. Not just one cell. Each one of these cells, this is a separate cell, okay? So when I opened these, each one of them, you know, there was nothing in them. I had to fill each one of them. And you can see where it's venting out right there, because I just picked up the battery. This is a vent right here that you're looking at. This little guy right there, that's a vent. And when it was charging, you could hear it cooking, you know, doing its thing. And then that stopped once the charge was getting close to complete. So yeah, so you want to kind of, you guys are boating and whatnot, you're going to see more of these in marine stuff, because traditionally they have a hell of a lot more cold cranking amps, and they just do the job better for marine stuff. So that's about it. You know, all this video is for is to, you know, like I said just a second ago, you know, if you have a traditional battery, aka not a maintenance-free battery, but just a traditional battery, you're gonna have to check the levels, the water levels, and I would recommend checking those once a month. Shouldn't be going through that much, but I'll tell you what, I didn't check these. I took it for granted that there was plenty of fluid in there, and boy was I surprised when I unscrewed it and I couldn't see anything. So I'll keep you updated on this, but I think we're gonna be in good shape here. I think our battery problems are solved. So until the next time, peace out.